viewers. My name is Laika Misi, and I'm really excited to bring to you Onekalit Denis Amere. I could have a lot of questions for him, which I do, but since today is his day, I'm going to give him a very beautiful chance to give you his manifesto. As we all know, this is 2021 to 2026 future of Kitgum Municipality, as we're looking forward for. So, sir, can we know who you are in your own words?
Yeah, thank you very much, Laika. I want to begin by thanking the management of Upland TV for giving us this opportunity. It is always a rare opportunity in such a way that as leaders, as politicians, as people who really want to talk to the society, we really yearn always to get this kind of opportunity to let our voice out to the public. So I would like to thank you from the bottom of my heart, Upland TV, for this opportunity you have given me to talk to you. Yeah, to begin with, you ask, who am I? My name is Onekalit Denis Amere. I am a candidate for MP Kitgum Municipality 2021-2026. Briefly, I would like to say we have come in this race to show to the people of Kitgum Municipality what leadership is. And by that, I would like first of all to begin by introducing myself by my background.
Okay.
Laika and the team, you might be aware that I, Onekalit Denis Amere, I have been moving through the corridors of leadership all my life. I've been a leader from childhood. At times I joke that I shared a meeting of elders when I was in my mother's womb. At times I joke. I do that because all my life I've spent in leadership, from childhood until now. From primary to secondary, where I was the head prefect, Kitgum Town College. I led Northern Uganda Student Leader Association as their leader.
Okay.
I was the chairman, Excel Boarding, UNSA in Masindi, and chairman, Masindi District, UNSA. I was the lead comrade, chairman, Pan-Africa Global Institution Chapter, PAMGIC. PAMGIC is a group of African elites who believe that Africa is for Africans, and Africans can develop Africa. Okay. That is PAMGIC. So in PAMGIC, those days, 2009 to 2010, we did a lot to bring together the young elites in Africa, particularly in Uganda, so that we begin to value the resources that Uganda has at hand, the resources that Africa has at hand, and how we can transform the resources to better the standard of life for the Africans.
Wow.
I went ahead in leadership. I was the guild president of Makerere University in 2011-2012. Makerere University is 100+ years by now. And on record, I am one of the 5 actually who managed to lead Makerere University since Makerere University began in 1922.
Okay.
Among the people who are guild presidents at Makerere University, we have Dr. Olara Tunu, we have Honorable Norbert Mao, we have Opio Lawyer, he's in Canada,
Okay.
we have Denis Okema, and we have Onekalit Denis Amere here. So, after in Makerere, first of all, as a guild president, you know, Makerere is a very big institution. By the time I was leading Makerere, Makerere was having a population of 65,000 students.
Okay.
There is one mistake that I often hear, that some critics, some so-called critics, talk about, that, you see, you have let only students, only children. I want to categorically state it clear that Makerere has people of gray hair, with gray hair also there. True. Makerere has professors, Makerere has doctors, PhD holders, Makerere has people of substance. And to lead in Makerere, or to win an election alone, it takes quality, it takes aptitude, it takes a lot of engagement, it takes exposure. So the political fanatics that we went through really has shaped a lot of my view, my thinking, my leadership to a higher level. When I was a guild president, I did a lot of things. For instance, I led one of the most populated strike in Makerere, on record. I remember in 2011, in April 2011, on the 14th, when the government wanted to increase the tuition fees of Makerere University by 100%. As a guild president, automatically you qualify to be a member of University Council. True. So I used to sit in University Council with my vice guild president, Nyanjura Doreen, who is currently the deputy Lord Mayor, deputy of Lukwago. She was my vice guild president. So when that issues came in University Council, the chairman was called Engineer Wanetiam. We told them that there is no way we are going to sign. We are not going to sign this kind of cantankerous policy of increasing tuition fees for the vulnerable children of Uganda. To deny them access to Makerere because the tuition fees will be too high. True. I remember I was called. They attempted to bribe me. There was an offer of 150 million. That was called in some powerful office.
And as a student, that was really seductive.
Yeah, it was actually.
It was everything you could ask for.
Some of the go-getter would go for that.
Yeah, sure.
But as a mayor, I know where I've come from. My target is to produce leadership of substance and quality. Sure. So I rejected that. The following day in the morning, you know what happened? I went back to Lumumba Hall, organized my students, my ministers, and GRCs. We created what we call barefoot demonstration. We removed our shoes from Lumumba. We marched to Freedom Square. In less than 30 minutes, I was having more than 10,000 students joining me because the policy report had already reached out. So I'm trying to give some of the things I did at Makerere that has made Makerere what it is by now. True. Yeah? Among them is that. Among them is actually decentralizing issues of issuing the university ID. Okay. It used to be only in one point you get from Senate. But during my tenure as a guild president, I made it sure that issuing identity card is decentralized to colleges, college system. You get it? Eh? I did a lot. I did so many things at Makerere to an extent that Makererians gave me a name, the political vanguard. The political vanguard means the custodian of leadership. And up to now, in Kampala, they call me the political vanguard. And by the way, I'm very popular there. So that name was attached to me because of the quality of leadership that I exhibited as a guild president. Now, beside that, as a guild president, of course, when you read Mark, there's a magazine entitled Mark at 90. When you read my book, The 27 Habits of a True Leader, the book I wrote, I quoted it there. I'm among the top 10 best performed former guild president of Makerere University. Okay. Among them, we have Professor Emmanuel Mutebile, the Governor Bank of Uganda. We have Olara Turu, his name was there. We have Nobad Mao. We have Asuman Basarira, the Jema guy. We have Mukasa Fret Mbide. We have me, Onekalit Denis Amere. We have Professor Anyang Anyong, the only international student who led Makerere as a guild president. He's a governor in Kenya, Professor Anyang Anyong. Okay. The father to Lopita. You know that model? And Lopita Nyong'o. Yes, I do. The father to that girl. So we attend. Now, those are the kind of things that come with exhibiting quality and being real you in leadership. Now, after that immediately, I'm one person who left guild presidency when more popular than when I was entering because of the leadership quality that I gave. Now, before I finished that, I remember I had a move. I was supposed to go to New York to represent Makerere and the elites, the young elites of Uganda. So we had connection for the MDGs in New York. I was supposed to participate. By law, Makerere University gives about 3 trips, international trips, to any guild president, any sitting guild president. So I was supposed to go to represent the students in New York, but I rejected the money that was given in my account, 18 million. I was given 18 million in my bank account to go to New York and represent the students. I chose going for another election. That was UNSA election. That election was in Masindi. And the state apparatus, the state mercenary fought me a lot. Because even though I remember there was one funny story I like telling. One day during that campaign, I went to the bank in Masindi during that election period. The election was in Kabalega SS. So when I went to the bank, I lined up heading toward the cashier to withdraw some money. My intention was only to pick 2 million. So when I looked back, I saw one of the NRM mercenary that was sent from State House to disorganize our election. So what I did, to scare them and to send a signal that I've come to pick very big money, I had to tell the cashier that after I've withdrawn the 2 million, change the 2 million to 1,000, and put in 2 caveras, let it look big, so that they know this man has come to fight. That was the political psychology. So after carrying that, my opponent saw me carrying 2 caveras of money, thinking it was about 10 or 50 million, the way NRM would give them. And yet it was just merely 2 million. Before I reached Kabalega, the campaign ground, news had already circulated that, you know what, Dr. Besigye has given Amere 100 million to campaign for UNSA president. Nothing. There was nothing. I barely went with a bus that the dean of students gave me, 1 bus, and I carried only 22 students in that bus. We used to have some students, we call them Mugati Party. Mugati Party are these young boys at campus that you move with them to make noise for you, to morale boost your campaign.
Like cheerleaders.
Cheerleaders. We call them Mugati Party. So how I won that election, only God knows. But I thank God, in summary, I won UNSA election. Actually, I was the first UNSA president from opposition. Before me, all the UNSA presidents used to come from NRM, the ruling government. And UNSA began in 1988. By then it was called NUSU, National Union of Students of Uganda. NUSU. And the people who pioneered it are the Ndugu Rugunda, the current prime minister. They're the guys who started it. Mao was also there, and Jared Karanga was a speaker. So, I'm trying to give you a narrative of my leadership, where I've come from. I led in very many portfolios. I actually also went international. I was a representative of East Africa to All Africa Student Union Congress in Accra, Ghana. I represented Uganda in Singapore on MDGs in 2013. I represented Uganda in Indonesia, Bali Province, Nusa Dua in 2012 on ICPD beyond 2014 on population and growth. So basically, currently, let me leave the past. Currently, I hold the position of the Deputy Secretary for Trade and Industry
in Uganda,
in FDC, as a political party. Because I kept in FDC up to now, I've never changed my party. I'm the chief whip, for People's Government. You know, FDC, we have People Government, and our president is Dr. Besigye. I'm the chief whip. I'm the one who controls the house, that you guys behave. I am the Deputy Commissioner General for Acholi Sub-Region. My boss is Achire Christopher of Gulu. So basically that one. Then apart from that, I'm an author. I've written book, basically 3 books. One is the 27 Habits of a True Leader. Read that book. It's a very interesting book. Talks a lot about leadership, quality of leadership. Then I have another book, The Ugly Part of Politics. It's another interesting book. Those are one of the best-selling books in Aristoc, Uganda Bookshop, Mukono Bookshop, and Entebbe International Airport Bookshop. Okay? So, and currently I have also a leadership platform that we nurture young people called Leadership, Mindset and Health Global League.
Leadership, Mindset and Health Global League.
We believe that an healthy mind produces good leadership.
Good leadership. Okay, there you have it. Honorable Denis Amere Onekalit. That was his background. Now he has been through traits of, he has a trail, if I could say, a trail of leadership with a lot of success linked to it. Now, what we are wondering as the people of Kitgum, the Acholis of Kitgum, and a few mixtures among us who live in Kitgum and have become Luos by residents. We want to know. They always say, a man is not a man until he falls and stands up several times. And we all know that there have been times you have, in fact, for every time ever since you started showing up as an interested person in the leadership of the Kitgum Municipality, back then Kitgum District Member of Parliament.
Yes.
You wanted to bring to Kitgum something, yeah? Maybe they have not yet understood what it is that you want from Kitgum or in Kitgum or to give Kitgum, right? Now, what the people in Kitgum right now are waiting for through this platform, Upland TV, is your manifesto for 2021-2026. Is there anything new, or are you still standing on the point of your particulars?
Yeah, thank you so much, Laika. I must say that without any fear of contradiction, that I am what Kitgum need.
Okay.
I am what Kitgum Municipality need, if it is to develop for the better. Let me take the narrative back a bit.
Okay.
In 2015, when I showed interest, I remember telling my colleagues, my brother, Honorable Uyo Morris, and my FDC colleagues and chairman, the then chairman Amoy, Uyo is the current chairman of FDC Kitgum. I remember telling them before that if Kitgum attained a municipality status, obviously I will present myself for scrutiny before the public. I will show up myself, I will come to contest for Kitgum Municipality. And I made it clear to an extent that I pick my cell phone. I call my mother, Honorable Beatrice Atimaga. She was by that time a woman member of parliament. And we spoke. We talked a lot. I told her that, Mama, you continue with woman member of parliament. Let me come from municipality so that we widen the feeding saucepan for the people of Kitgum. As Forum for Democratic Change, we never wanted any contradiction to come. What I wanted was, when I come for Kitgum Municipality, and Honorable Beatrice and continues with Women Member of Parliament, and my brother, my senior brother, Honorable Kin PP, continue with Chua West. Goes to Chua West because it was his first time as well. I knew very well that the three of us was going to form a trinity of leadership in Kitgum. As opposition, I knew very well my competent. I saw the competent in Oken. I had practically seen the competent in Mego. Before currently, by the way, currently she has deteriorated a lot. You know that the law of diminishing return. She's in it. Yeah? She was there. But the way she's falling in a very rapid way. Okay? Because she has lived out her usefulness in leadership. She's changing a lot of things. She's not following her word. And let me not go much on that. I want to particularly figure out the reason why I came in, first of all, in the race.
Yes.
Why I came in the race. I came in the race for Kitgum Municipality, first of all, to create a legacy. I wanted a testimony of leadership.
To come through you.
To come not only through me, but the clique who has upright thinking in what is needed for Kitgum Municipality to develop for the better. I wanted to pioneer leading Kitgum Municipality as its member of parliament, because foundation is key. Foundation is very good. So when I came, particularly I wanted to create a unique leadership that will put Kitgum Municipality into a model city, into a satellite city that can be admired by many other people, both within Uganda and abroad. I wanted to come and change the life of the vulnerable people of Kitgum, of the vulnerable youth, who are the majority, of the suffering mothers who cannot actually afford to eat 2 times a day, of the vulnerable widows within Kitgum. That was my target. And when I presented myself in the last election, one of the reasons that came out was the propaganda that, Mary, you are still young. And yet, particularly me and Neo, myself, I wasn't young. First of all, I was weighing 105 kilograms. I've never seen any child that weighs 105 kilograms. I had gone through hard times in leadership and the channel of leadership that I had followed. The leadership record that I had during that election, even now, none of my competitors had it. Some of them are rivalries, people who just appeared and got elected and they became that position just once and they're there. But some of us came from far. So one of the propaganda that came was that I was young. But deep inside me, I knew I wasn't young. I was actually ready for that. Because the leadership of the young generation, the leadership of the youthfulness, the school and the what, I had finished all the ranks. What was left of me was to come and exhibit the quality of leadership to the people at the constituency level. So that was one propaganda that came on board. Another one was, of course, the issues of finances, as you know. Issues of money came, we ran sort of money. So those are things that tainted a bit our election in the past election. All that said, after that election, I emerged second. I was number 2 in the race. Meg was number 1. My brother Ujara was number 2. Our father was number 3. John Livingstone was number 4. So that was how it ended. Now, the good part about me, what happened? I want first people to know. What happened about me, immediately after the 2016 election, when my votes became short of giving me a victory, when my vote wasn't enough to win election, when I lost election, I did not leave the society. I kept within the society. I kept within Kitgum. If you don't see me physically, at least you will hear my name being read on contribution, on donation, on times for sadness, even in time for celebration, at least you hear my name. And I did so many things after that election. In the stressing period between 2016 to now, I have done a lot. I want to give this out so that people know the picture of the real me, that I have not come particularly because I'm desperate of leadership, but I've come to help. I've come to fill the gap. Yeah? So I did a lot of things. First of all, I've been giving a lot of support. I remember the few things I can mention. I connected about 15 girls, young ladies, to midwifery. Okay. 15 of them. They are there studying. I have organized some football tournaments, yearly by the way. For instance, in the last year, 2019, I did organize a football competition between the business community, where the winner people won America. They played here at DFI, District Farm Institute, the ground. I did organize a football tournament between border riders, where the final match was played at KTI, Kitgum Technical Institute in Mission. And in that match, the border riders of Lamit won the trophy, America. I did give a lot of assistance. For instance, during the Aspirant Kitgum charity tournament in 2017, I gave a trophy. And when I was giving that trophy, I remember I told the people of Acholi, my people in Burma ground, that this trophy, when I was handing it over, Alabeda Bob was the MC. Me, Honorable KNPP, Honorable Lamwara, the woman MP, she was there, plus some other leaders who were in Burma ground. So when I was handing over that trophy, the statement that I made were clear. I told people that I have given this to create unity between the Acholi people. The issues of this is actually from the west, this is actually from the east, actually Magulu, actually Kitgum should end. We need to have unity, united from, actually we are one people, one blood, one culture. We need to avoid the variance of landscape. We need to avoid the issues of linking on the variance of landscape to create tendency between us. Lucky enough, in 2017 when I gave a trophy, the people of the team of Kitgum won the trophy. In 2018 again, I did the same. I gave the trophy. So when I gave the second trophy, it was again by good luck that the people of Gulu, the team of Gulu, won the trophy. So it was 1-1, 2017 Kitgum and 2018 Gulu. So I did so many things within this stressing period that came up to now, from 2016 to now. Now, coming to your point.
Yes.
Manifesto. Dear viewers, like I've said before, I am a leader that if we, the Acholi people, really value good leadership, I am a leader that really need to be uplifted. I am a leader that really need to be put in a position that will one time in future rescue leadership vacuum in Acholi. I want to be very honest. Where we are at the moment, we have types of politicians, survival politicians and real politicians. There are those who come just to earn living, which is not my leadership. So I have come first of all to give in leadership that benefits the society. I have come to give leadership that creates a beneficial permanency in the society. I have come to link the gap that has been so wide between the rich or people with something at hand and the poor. I want that gap to be closed. How will that be closed? First of all, this will bring us to youth venture funds, revolving funds, to our mothers. I have traversed, as I told you. In Singapore, there is a program called Cottage Industry. Now, cottage industry are these small projects that someone can put on his compound. For instance, you can get a tailoring machine, this machine that makes sweaters, these sweaters for primary school, for school children. When you give to a family such kind of a machine, when you give to a group, you give such kind of a machine to a group of 5 youth, you would have benefited them a lot. And in Acholi, if you employ one person, you are feeding 6 people in that very family. That is in Acholi, there's a record. So if you employ about 50 people, definitely the number of people you are supporting is huge. So in my manifesto, first of all, is to create wealth in the hand of people. And how are we going to create the wealth? Is by giving this small project in the hands of people. For instance, when you come to Kitgum here during mango period, you'll find flies are the one enjoying mangoes. A basin full of mango is sold at 1,000 shillings. Here in Upete, here in town, in Alau here.
True.
Here in Lamit and Ayul and Kona Michon, a basin of mango you can get at 2,000, 1,000 shillings. And if they are not sold, they're part away. Now, this is something that looks small. That's why I call it cottage industry. It looks small, but as a member of parliament, when elected, I can lobby, I can get such kind of machine that can produce juice. You get it? Or can create a preservation of peeling them, drying them, grinding them into pottery product, packing them in a tin.
Like tang.
Yeah. You can, yeah, exactly, like tang. That comes from outside. When you look what happened in Barara, Barara, they make banana juice. Out of the banana they grow from their plantation. And in Kitgum we can do the same. Out of the resources we have, the mango we have can do that. We have chia nuts. Chia nuts produce a lot of things. Even the perfume that we use is actually manufactured partly from the chia nuts oil. The smearing oil, this good perfume that we get, we sell our chia nuts oil cheaply outside, and they bring it back in form of perfume. What we sold to them at 50 shillings, we buy in form of perfume at 30,000 shillings.
True.
Now, these are some kind of thing that youth venture projects and women venture projects, things that can help, that I'm looking at in terms of bringing job in the hands of people and creating employment to people. Books production, I want to give you the smallest point of things that can easily be done. I don't want to talk about big things that cannot be practicable. I have a production machine of making counter books in my businesses. Now, this is the kind of thing, for instance, if we group the youth of Kitgum, Panduong, 50 of them, and we give them that machine that begin making counter book, they can make it. Just a matter of getting paper, just a matter of getting hardboards. We buy them and we give them. Now, if you employ about 50 of them in Panduong division, and you get the people in Central division, and you have given them what we call urban farming projects, keeping chicken. You arch them from here. Those are things that are in my manifesto. I'm giving them off head. You get it? Okay. Now, in my manifesto, I have a lot of things to do. But key to the agenda is protection of our land. In the 11th Parliament, we have clear evidence that the government want to change the policy of land. They want to remove the policy, the ownership of land from the ordinary people, and they take it into their hands. And according to my observation, according to the experience, we say once bitten, you will get cautious. We have seen how we the Chile suffered. According to my observation, the tendency, the interest of changing the policy of land ownership, removing it from the local people, taking it to the government side, is focusing, actually is targeting in removing the Chole land. The NRM government believe and they think that we, the Chole people, has huge chunk of land and fertile land and we're not using it. And they forget the simple truth that indeed we are to some extent not using the land we have, not because we are lazy, but because of the poverty level that has been imposed on us. Because of the poverty level. We have been through a lot. We have been through LRA insurgency. We have been through a lot of diseases like Noding syndrome disease. We have been through a lot. Even Ebola was brought from Congo, landed in Gulu. It killed our most perfect doctor, Dr. Lukia.
True.
We have gone through a lot. The soldiers that were brought from Congo came here, gave a lot of HIV to our people. To an extent that during the camp period, those days when we were in camps, HIV used to be called sickness or disease for beautiful and handsome people. That's how they used to call it, that it kills people who are okay. But those kind of diseases were brought to us. So I'm trying to emphasize the point of poverty being imposed on us. So we are not using our land not because we are lazy, but because we have been made vulnerable. There is one story of a man called, there's a general in the Second World War. There's a general who came before the people. His soldiers. He called them and he gathered them. Then he told them, said, bring for me a live chicken. He was given a live chicken. He began flacking off the feathers, one by one. He flacked all the feathers of the chicken. When the chicken became naked, he threw the chicken down. And you know, when the feathers are not there, that coldness comes. Yeah, the chicken was shivering here and there. Then he asked one of the soldier, the escort, that give me some seeds, like this sorghum thing. So he was given the sorghum chicken. The chicken began eating it. After eating it, it got finished. He moves away. That very chicken began following it. He poured another seeds, grain of wheat. The chicken ran and began eating. So after doing that experiment before the magnitude of the battalion, the soldiers, he asked them, have you seen this? Then they responded, we have seen. That, yeah, that is how you should handle the people. Make them poor, strip them of their wealth, so that leading them becomes simple. Easy. You get it? And that's exactly what is happening here. So our riches has been removed. You get it? So the move that the government is trying to bring to change land ownership system is targeting we the vulnerable people that they have intentionally made poor.
Okay.
You get it? Okay. So there are so many things that I'm looking at in terms of when you come to health. When you go to our Kitgum government hospital, from outside it looks hospital, but if you enter inside, your sickness becomes fair. You'll find the hospital itself is sick. No medicine inside. They can test, but they'll tell you buy medicine. Even lying, they will tell you buy from out. So these are things that I'm coming to work on. I'm visualizing Kitgum Municipality Hospital that is well equipped. Because Kitgum Municipality is a city of Isacholi. It's a city of Isacholi. It covers very big percentage of people who comes for services, for instance, in the hospital here. So we need to upgrade this hospital into a referral hospital to give a fair treatment. To give a fair treatment and to the people.
Before we continue, I'd like to cut in a bit.
Yeah.
Do you, because this is not the first time that a manifesto of a candidate is coming with the issues of poverty and the issues of hospital lacking the equipment and of course the issue of backwardness as we are right now, and maybe education added to that.
And I'm coming to that.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Do you think it was a problem caused by us, the Acholis? Are we a bit reluctant on our development, or is it a problem of the politicians themselves, or is it a problem that is from the central government? Because they all come and they give us the same in their manifesto, and at the end of their time in office, they have delivered less or nothing at all.
It is three ways. For any society to develop, it needs the three groups you have mentioned to be at the right direction. It needs the politician to know legislation, to know the leadership they want to lead people to. It also calls for the government to take care of its people, to be passionate enough to consider the people's needs and demand. It also calls for the ordinary people not to just sit and wait to receive. They also have to work together. But in this, what we are trying to look at, above all this, leadership is key. The ordinary person can be guided, can be actually redirected into the rightful way on how he or she can get the right service, if the leadership is okay. So my major complaint is on leadership. All this comes back to leadership. If the leadership is okay, definitely the people will be educated on what their needs are and how they should receive their needs.
Welcome back from the break. I'd love to thank you for keeping it tuned here. And we still have Honorable Onekalit Denis Amere, aspiring, by the way, for MP Kitgum Municipality come 2021 to 2026.
A candidate now.
Yes, a candidate now, as he said. And
Very
he
potential
said he's a very potential and ever-ready candidate. So, since he's ever ready, we have some questions coming in from your voters online. Before we get into that, I'd like to tell you guys to like our page on Facebook, Upland TV, and also follow us on YouTube on Upland TV Uganda. And also you can get my personal contact if you wish, which is not allowed. And yes, for now, let's go on to Facebook. You always come around. People always see you around when it's time for the campaigns. And after the campaigns, you vanish. And I remember before we went for the break, you said you have always kept in the society.
And the evidence are there.
And people always hear. Yeah. But you know, when it comes to Acholis in particular, we believe by seeing. And the point is, people believe people of status go to burials, weddings, and other functions of people of the same caliber. Literally the saying,
very bad.
Class attracts class. That is what they say, you see. So can you either explain or defend yourself in some way?
Yeah, thank you very much. I would like to thank that question. I think I answered some of them in my first narratives. First of all, when you say I come and go, I only stood one time, not two times, only 2016. And why is it coming now? It came because of propaganda. I think that person spoke out of the propaganda narratives that came out. That one of my opponents actually cooked it. It came out like that. I want to give a life example. In the race, we have also a colleague who stood in 2011, Chairman LC5. And we never saw him. He has just come 10 years. Why are they not talking about him? Like always, stones are thrown very many on sweet mangoes. I know that. In Acholi we say, Muye malim lakini romao. So I would like to say.
So you
that
believe you're Mayeme Malim?
Definitely, definitely.
Okay.
I believe that that is a propaganda narrative that has been created, and I've been clearing that. It came one time. There's somebody who asked me in a rally, and then I cleared it. First of all, when a person loses election, you need to continue also having your own means of survival.
True.
I am not the kind of a person who only look at politics as a means of survival. You get it? Politics is sacrifice, helping the people, showing the light and direction. When I lose election, I should not let my family die of anger. I need to work. And when you are working, you concentrate. But when you look at all what I've done in Kitgum Municipality, nobody who lost election in Kitgum Municipality contributed that much like I've done. Getting scholarship, 15 young girls, midwifery, organizing all those tournaments. My name's everywhere. Even a young kid of 5 years knows Amere. Because at least in a burial, everywhere, if you don't see me, you will hear the contribution I've given. In a wedding, if you don't see me, you hear I've given some contribution. Either I've given a vehicle, either I've done what? At least to help the people. I've given plastic chairs, I've given a tent to help that problem. I have done, and then we need also to look at what are the roles of a member of parliament. We need to look at that. Before we go there into detail, I want to tell my viewer that that is a narrative of propaganda. Laika, take it from me.
Okay.
And it is no longer there, by the way. It is no longer there. It came once and it has vanished. I've been around, I am around, and things are okay.
Going to be around.
Yeah? And I'm not this kind of person who comes and be beating drums. Yeah, I'm around, I'm what. When you have lost election, concentrate and do other things. But I've been appearing on radio talk show. I've been appearing in very many places with the people. This one is just coming now. Why now? because of politics, competition. You know, when things are tough, they have nothing left to criticize of me, apart from this kind of small.
You talked about wealth creation. Many of the youth in Kitgum district are said and actually are active poor people. You know, when you don't have 10,000 in your pocket, at least every day you are poor. Yeah. And a lot of money has been brought in for wealth creation. And that money keeps either going back or used by specific groups of people repeatedly.
Exactly.
Yeah. So the people of Kitgum want to know, do you have anything that tackles that problem in your manifesto?
Yes. Like I've said before, you have said example of issues of wealth creation. If you look critically, this wealth creation, instead to me, it is poverty creation. The money is channeled to wrong hands. Same people who are connected with the government are the one who receive the money. Are the one who gets the money. The real vulnerable people are not given that opportunity. They're not given the money. And when they're giving money, do not give the money during politics. They give this money to buy votes. That's the problem. And you see, money of bribery or money that comes to lure someone intention, I always use in the wrong way. People drink them, people use it for different things. And some of this money, by the way, are just money that has been printed from within here. You find 1 serial number is in 10 notes. 1 serial number is in 10 notes. Some of this money that NRM give people. Okay? So, such kind of money does not take long in the hands of people. So, as Amere, I have practical method of how we can create wealth in the hands of people. I have told you the cottage industry, creating small business for the young people. Yeah. For instance, if you get a sewing machine, this one that makes sweaters,
as you said,
as I said before, that one can make a group of 50 people get employment. For instance, if you get some small juice production machine, that one can help. For instance, if you give some money in a pool of an organized group, which I'm going to do in the manifesto is there, organizing them to make what we call urban farming, begin rearing chicken or even goats. Within Kitgum Municipality here we have vast land that can do that. So there are very many methods. Like for Boda Boda, I've talked to them. I have connection with Mahindra. Mahindra good group of company comes from India. Mahindra, they are ready to give loan, Boda Boda on loan to our people. But the question is, will they really correspond? Will they respond back by pay? Or it will become a problem? You get that? So as leaders at times we bring this kind of opportunity to people, but you also need to look at the safety valve. Yeah? Are they going to give some small, like 1 million, then we are given a motorcycle? For heaven's sake, among these Boda Bodas in Kitgum Municipality here, there are others who has been working as Boda Bodas for the last 7 or 10 years without owning a bike, without owning a motorcycle.
They rent.
They hire, they rent. But these people actually are potential people. If they are trusted, they can be given motorcycle, of which it is in my plan, to give them that loan that they can write and pay weekly. You get it? So these are some of the few things, as you have asked, how will I make it practical to give wealth in the hand of young people, in the hand of youth. Those are part of the ways we shall do. Making them do work by themselves, creating for them business opportunity, forming them in a group and putting in a revolving fund so that they borrow and maybe open salon, do various business, so long as they have well-documented methodology of how they're going to perform and how the benefit will come. That one definitely, there will be a progress.
Okay, that is a sweet sound there. And another question will come to you in the line of development of the municipality.
Yes.
Kitgum district has a beautiful town. Right now we're in Kitgum district, Kitgum Municipality, and you can see this is a sign of beauty.
True.
And this kind of beauty is the beauty we want to take to the streets, which we lack.
True.
We have roadside vendors that are bringing in sugar canes, and after selling, they leave the rubbish there, and it's not removed for a very long time. We have, in fact, in Kitgum, I haven't seen any rubbish dumping point. That like one that is a place that you know that from here, maybe from Alao here up to Panduong, there is at least one can that is big, and that the people can, when the rubbish is filled at home, they can carry it and put it there as it waits for the response from the municipality. Yeah, people don't have that. So now, even the trenches that have been created have become dumping grounds. People literally fix rubbish through. In the long run, this is going to become a sewage town. I know you've seen places like Waise. I'm not being, how should I call it? I'm not being pessimistic or something like that. I don't want to put other towns in an argument or in jeopardy or something like that. I just would love to give you like an example of what Kitgum is going to be in the next 2 years. Because believe me, this is a serious problem, and the people of Kitgum are really concerned. If you look at Page, Crescent Road, there is mud on the tarmac.
Very unfortunate. Even grasses are growing.
Yeah, there's grass, and we don't have any kind of cleaning procedures and stuff. So how do you intend to solve this problem for us?
First of all, this goes back to leadership. When a leader doesn't behave, the led will definitely not behave. When a leader doesn't behave, the led will not behave. That is one key principle. In practice, people assist to follow the narratives of do what I tell you to do, but don't do what I do. Even though I would like to give credit where it is due. At least somehow, I've been moving to our street there, the one that stretches that goes to Kitgum. They have cleaned it a bit. This stretch, Uru Drive, it is somehow. It used to be so dirty. Behind Konpajo, our days, of course, we grew up around here from Bolodiar to Adorobwok to Konpajo. It used to be so nasty, so dirty. There is some improvement at least there. You get it, But that said, like you have said, a municipality should have its status by practice. And that is what I come for. First of all, we need to instill in the spirit of the people, into the people, the spirit of loving their town. If you love your town, you will not chew your maize and throw the crops there. You will not eat your granules and throw the cells just anyhow like that. You will keep. Go to Rwanda. I've been in Rwanda. There is a street whereby no vehicle, no motorcycle is supposed to ride there. It is only on foot. Internets are connected in the street. In Rwanda, the cleanliness is superb, and you don't force anybody. So that is a spirit that needs to be instilled in the people of Kitgum. You get it? Not only Kitgum, many districts in Uganda. I don't want to say that Kitgum is that bad. No, we are also very smart.
But now we're looking at Kitgum as your responsibility.
Exactly.
When we put you into that city.
I will perfect it. That one, I have traversed. I have seen towns. I have seen cities. Like I've said before, my move and my interest is to make Kitgum Municipality a model municipality that people can refer to it. Is to make Kitgum Municipality a satellite city that can attract. First of all, we have very beautiful sceneries in Kitgum, and Kitgum links us to very many junctions, Kidepo National Park and wherever. From around this side, you see the beauty there. We have a lot of things. We have a lot of things here. So what I'm looking at is how we are going to perfect Kitgum. And all those are laid down. They are laid down. The garbage collection point are laid down. The rubbish pit that will be placed in town. Of course, I'll play an oversight role. We need to know also the role of a member of parliament. Our is to legislate. We play oversight role. You get it, Sure. So nobody should mistake me that maybe I'm talking about the work of a mayor and other thing. Mine is to supervise, to ensure that the things are put in place.
Yes, very true.
You get it, eh? So we will work hand in hand with the leadership of the district, with the leadership of the municipality, to ensure that the needful things are done correctly, at the right point, and at the right time.
All right. Politically speaking, this last question, I'd like you to give it to us as a summary of what you have for us today on this platform, Upland TV.
Thank you very much. I would like to tell my people of Kitgum Municipality that gone are the days when people sell their votes. Never sell your votes. We have seen it before. Let us focus on quality. We vote quality, not voting for money. Let us not accept to be used like a stepping stone, like a walking stick for some part of people, some group of people who feel they can only use the vulnerable people like the voting machine. Let us vote quality this time round. Let us vote a person who will go to parliament and legislate issues. And when you look at the race, where I'm in, I'm the best candidate with traceable record, perfect record. And if I go to parliament, if I'm the right person, by the way, to replace Meg, to replace Honorable Beatrice Atimani, at least if I win election, the entire country, the entire Uganda will celebrate, because they know Kitgum must send a potential person, a dangerous substitute to replace Meg.
That was a very beautiful manifesto, and we thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
Kitgum would love to uplift you in that ground.
Thank
It's
you.
very hard to get your time, so thank you very much for
Thank
this
you so
beautiful
much.
moment. And for all the people that are following Upland TV, we love you so much, and would really, really like it if you just give us that thumbs up, and you follow our links on Facebook, Upland TV, and on YouTube, Upland TV Uganda. I still remain yours faithfully, Angel Like Amere.